What's going on, y'all? My name is Joltage, and today we're back with some LC content. This time, we've got some Smogon Champions League action between Laroxyl and Teal6. Teal, longtime Smogon player, mostly known for his UU, like way back in the day at least. Laroxyl's first time. This is Laroxyl's first time in one of those higher tier level Smogon tournaments playing LC. Yeah, we're here to watch some cool stuff. Honestly, Teal's team looks like you could run it in ORES, which is interesting. I've not kept up with a ton of the Gen 8 metagame as it has been, but recently it's gotten rid of both Sticky Web and Scraggy, so it's a whole new ball game for this edition of Smogon Champions League, which is a new tournament. It's basically replacing the Smogon Snake Draft. That's where LC's gonna live for now. So no longer we're gonna be covering SPL games. It's all about the SCL. Fuck OU. Anyway, turn one we had Coughing out on Abra. Teal tries to make the prediction play on an incoming Poniard revealing submission, but Laroxyl ended up going to his Pony G, eating that critical hit even, but quite nicely, of course. Once, alright. Sorry about that. Ponyta wins the speed. Laroxyl's Ponyta wins the speed tie and fires off a mystical fire, which probably, I mean, it may have lived on some low. It may have lived quite low off this Abra Shadow Ball, but Abra can run Shadow Ball now. It doesn't have to run Dazzling Gleam at all. So Pony's forced out as Larox goes to a Staryu, who also eats a Spadef drop. I don't know if that'll be enough for Abra's Psychic to be able to kill, but it's possible Abra has the Energy Ball. On that team, I don't think it would have the Fire Punch, but it might. Does go for the Psychic. Laroxyl finally gets in his Pawn. We know the Abra has Submission, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Pawn has the Sucker Punch, obviously, to play the mind game with. And so, there's always that. Teal doesn't have to stay in and go for the submission either. I assume it would kill, being 4 times super effective, but Abra is quite weak. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up, so I don't know what these calcs are off the top of my head these days. Hopefully we use this Champions League season to get a bit more familiar with the meta and things. Gonna try to watch as many games as possible, at least. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So Laroxyl apparently taking his time on this thought, wanting to know, should I go for the Sucker Punch? Should I go for sorry, it's 8 a.m. Should I go for the Sucker Punch? Should I go for some other type of move? If he goes for Sucker or makes a Rocks prediction, it's possible that Teal could just trap him with the Diglett. That would be quite a play on Teal's end to go hard Diglett here, I think, but I don't think it's the worst idea. Given that Pawn, well, it also depends on how much the submission does. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. Doesn't kill, but he does go for the Rocks. Interesting. I think. I mean, I don't think Teal's too upset about that. It didn't. Not killing is quite weird, but Laroxyl goes for the knockoff. Imagine if Teal stayed in there. Oof. I feel like it's supposed to kill. If you're running submission, that should be killing. Because otherwise, like, come on, dude. Not that Abra has a ton of better options, but, you know. Anyway, Poniard is going to be forced out by Teal's Mienfu, who's going to go right for the high jump kick, incoming coughing. Coughing, you know, able to, one of our more sturdy fighting resists, in terms of just like actually taking damage. He doesn't have the recovery to really, you know, last throughout a fight, but it's not bad. Teal's just going to U-turn out, I assume, into his Ponyta or Porygon here. But either could take a Sludge Bomb. That's probably what I'd be going for. Laroxyl does. Gets a poison on the Porygon, which is pretty good. And this is... Oh, no. It's a neutralizing gas. Never mind. So we've got Porygon in. This is possibly a speed tie. I don't know how much speed either of these mods are running these days. I know Coughing for a long period of time in this gen has been running like max speed Timid. But maybe with recent changes there feels like there's less of a reason to do that. But he's just going to switch out and sack the Poniard to the Porygon's dry attack. Ugh. And out comes Mienfu. We don't know if this Porygon is scarfed, but if it is, I think Mienfu lives anyway, so it's whatever. Mienfu also could just click the fake out button on this Porygon. Teal's fighting resists are Abra and Ponyta, so Mienfu has room here to really put in some work. Teal goes out to his own Mienfu, and that drops to the high jump kick. Is this Scarfu? Do we know? That Fu wasn't. No, it was knocked. Okay, never mind. I forgot that the Poniard got the knock on that Fu. Out comes Coughing on the sack. I assume this is going to be a Grookey coming out from Laroxyl here, as nothing else really wants to be dealing with his Abra right now. I mean, I guess you could go Staryu as well, but that's a speed tie, and we don't know Abra's fourth move, which could always be Energy Ball. Like I said, it does not need to be running Dazzling Gleam anymore now that both Vol and Scraggy are gone. You know, submission, he'll hit Pawn. Yep, out comes Grookey as I expected. Grookey's pretty good in this game. There's a Ponyta though. The rocks are up, which helps immensely. Teal's squad decided to forego any bit of hazard control. But Laroxyl's timer's getting mighty low. These official nerves might be setting in. Okay. Makes his move right for the U-turn. Does he get punished? It's Life Orb Grookey. He doesn't, avoids the burn. Good for him. And out comes Staryu on the Ponyta. Staryu got its HP back first, you know, but it's still likely a speed tie here. Teal, no reason to mess with that. Laroxyl making great plays out here, going to the Mienfu on the Ferroseed. Very nicely done. Laroxyl has to play fast, though, because his timer is so low. Teal's going to just sack his Porygon to the high jump kick. Perfectly fine. Out comes Abra once again, and Abra's going to probably collect on the Ponyta, if I had to guess. Yep. Laroxyl goes out, sacks his Ponyta. Well, I mean, it lives the Psychic, so, you know, it can get off some little bit of damage here. Which is pretty good for Laroxyl if he can win the speed tie. And he does, so that's pretty decent. I don't think Abra's HP matters that much here, but you know, a little bit helps. Got Grookey again, and Ponyta might be fucking 2-hit KO'd by Grassy Glide at this point. I don't know. 10 seconds for Laroxyl. Do not time out, buddy. Okay. Here comes Ponyta once again. Oh, Berry Juice. Okay. Never mind. Oh, but a crit. And no burn. It's possibly Flash Fire as well. Right for the Wild Charge, expecting the Staryu. Reasonable. Unfortunate crit, actually. I mean, yeah, Pony's just lower than it would have to, than it necessarily needs to be. But this Pony is pretty important for Teal, though it can't come in and eat another Grassy Glide anyway. So it's a interesting end game shaping up here. Yeah, Pony eating that crit gives it a lot less room to maneuver here. Fake out. Yeah, I have to assume this is Flash Fire because, you know, 0 burns. Okay. I mean, Pony won the speed tie on the healing. Will it win the speed tie on the attack here? Laroxyl, you know, plays around that Pony pretty expertly, I'd say. And his Grookey is in a great position at this point to clean the game. Glide. I have to, yeah. U-turns out. Hopefully a Thunder Wave for Teal. Yep. Like that. Correctly, I suppose. I don't think it's going to matter, though. Laroxyl's he should be able to win from here. Unless Laroxyl Fu gets incredibly unlucky. Well, the grassy terrain is actually what allowed Pharisee to win that 1v1 there, but I think Grookey should have the ability to, yep, does have the Drain Punch, and that's gonna be that. Yeah, and so Laroxyl's gonna pick up his first win at a premier level Smogon tournament, and is gonna take down Teal6 in a pretty okay game. I'm not able to super analyze how good the teams and things are. I think the Abra not being able to kill the pawn is weird, because if you're gonna run submission, like, I would think you would want to be able to take that out. But yeah, it was pretty close at the end there. Grookey, pretty good. And you know, if Teal's pony wasn't Flame Body, then they got pretty unlucky. But I could see it being Flame Body on this team, because Sun looks pretty scary. Your other Sun check is say Porygon. So, but anyway, let's wrap this up. It's been a while since I commentated a live game like this, but if you enjoyed, you know, feel free to hit the like button. I should actually be available for all of at least the first week of this Smogon Champions League LC action, so we'll try to catch all of them if at all possible. And those should be coming soon. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.